What's going on, everybody? It's Stas here. So the markets had a pretty good day today. The S&P went up 0.2%. We had the Dow Jones pretty much break even, but don't worry because the Russell went up over 1% and the NASDAQ 100 ended up going up almost 0.3%. So today we're going to be breaking down some charts, my thoughts on the market, stocks I'm looking at right now. So sit back, relax, take a sip of your coffee, go down below, get 2 free stocks from Webull. Those are valued up to $1,600. Literally, all you have to do is open up an account using my link, deposit $100, and we each get 2 free stocks again, valued up to $1,600. And let's get right into the video. So as you guys can see, we had a pretty good day. Like I said, the S&P got super close to hitting all-time highs yet again, but we didn't. We got about 20-30 cents away from those all-time highs. We closed at 424.31 here on SPY today, and I consider that a win. You know, despite the fact that we didn't break out of the highs from yesterday, I still consider it a win because we closed above the 50 moving average and the 180 moving average here on the hourly chart, and we closed above 423, 424, which I like. That, again, I consider a win. And if you guys take a look here, if I zoom in a bit on the hourly chart, look at what happened. We actually pumped pre-market. We sold off in the middle of the day, and we actually held a higher low on this 50 moving average here, and we bounced right off of it. That's another reason why I'm considering today a win, at least for the bulls, and it's just showing us that the uptrend's continuing. So for this upcoming week, we'll see what Sunday, in terms of the futures, what those hold. But for this upcoming week, let's say we get a big move in the future Sunday, Monday morning's looking really green, we might end up breaking above 424.50, and at that point, we could get that big leg up that a lot of people maybe were expecting today. And the truth is, we don't know when that leg up is going to come or even if it's going to come, but I believe at some point we will break above 424.50, hit new all-time highs, and potentially go up towards $430 here on SPY. So I'm going to put an alert at 400. I might as well just put it at 424.60, right by that all-time high. I'll set it right there, perfect. And the second that breaks, I'll get alerted, and I'll be watching this like a hawk, guys. So QQQ, let's see what ended up going down in terms of the Qs today. We got 0.3% of a green day, roughly, and we're still trading about $2-3 under the all-time highs. You guys can see here, all-time highs are a little bit under $343 per share. We closed at 341.24, and by the looks of it, this is not looking to pull back. In fact, this looks like it wants to plow right through the all-time highs, and patience is key with this. I feel like at some point next week, maybe the week after, we will ultimately break out of this, and going to all-time highs. We'll probably hit all-time highs, at least by the way the looks of this chart. Or wait, I just butchered that. Or at least by the way I'm seeing this chart, the way it is right now. Let's put it that way, right, guys? This looks really bullish, again, because yesterday we actually saw a retracement. We held 334 at a higher low on this 50 SMA on top of it here on the 4-hour, and we saw that big move after the CPI number, and we actually took out the highs from yesterday as well in today's session, which is a really good sign. And I mean, look at what happened at the close of the market today. If you look on the intraday chart here on QQQ and on SPY for that matter, we ended up ripping up a good dollar, about 0.2% in the last 10 minutes of the session, and pulling up SPY, you guys can see exactly the same thing here. SPY went from 423.50 to about 424.50 in the last 10-15 minutes. That was a little bit over 0.2% of a move. So the markets did well today. VIX was down 3%. We had gold go down 0.9%. So not the best day for gold, and the gold stocks didn't do that well today either. But silver did pretty well. Silver went up a little bit, and earlier in the day, I believe silver was up over 1% at one point. You guys can see here, silver was at 28.45. That was at 4 a.m. on the East Coast, so that wasn't during the day, but still, it was up a good amount earlier in the day, and we closed above $28 per ounce here on silver. So what do you guys think? And in terms of silver, by the way, guys, if we end up taking out those highs from a couple of weeks ago and a couple of days ago at about 28.75, I think silver's off to the races. I think silver is going to go $30 plus per ounce in the very short term. I have pretty big confidence in that, and of course I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I'm not some kind of crazy guy that could predict everything. Nobody can do that, but let's just say I have conviction that silver and gold, for that matter, they're going to do well here in the next 6, 12, 18, 24 months. I really do believe that, which is why I've been buying these different gold stocks, silver stocks, and I plan on holding them. So what do you guys think? How was your day today? Let me know down below in the comments. I would love to know, and make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already, so you guys don't miss out on this content that I'm making every single day here on the YouTube channel. And let's now talk about some stocks that I'm looking at. Number one is Zoom, and we actually called this thing out on Patreon a couple of days ago, and today we finally broke out. We broke out above 345. We went up 6% almost on the day today, and we went up about $20 on the day. This is very good news for Zoom, considering the fact we've literally, and I'm not even kidding, guys, we've literally been downtrending in this downwards channel for the past 6 months. Actually, no, 8 months. 8 months, guys. Look at this. Since back in the end of October, all the way till now, we've been in this downwards channel, and we've slowly been gaining steam ever since the beginning of May, or really it's been the past month. We've been gaining steam from 270. Now we're trading a little bit under 370. And what you're noticing is, like I said, we broke the downwards channel and we're trading well above the moving averages, and we're seeing a golden cross as well. The 50 SMA crossing above the 180 SMA. And I'll admit it, right? We are a little bit overbought. Our size at 75 here on the 4-hour chart, that is a bit hot. But if this cools off a bit, maybe down to about 355, 360, I think this trend, the momentum shift here, will continue. I think we'll ultimately break above 380, and if 380 breaks, there's a big gap to come from there, from 380 to about $430 per share. That is close to about a 12% window of profit. And why am I saying 430? Well, 430 was a high from back in the beginning towards, actually more towards the end of December. And 430 was where we roughly peaked at in the middle of February, also in the beginning of March. So I think that is where this is headed. But again, we are a little overbought, so don't be surprised if next week we get some profit taking, we get a little bit of consolidation before we end up continuing the reversal to the upside here. But overall, the way I'm seeing it here, very, very good in terms of technicals overall for Zoom. And today we also had AMC. AMC finally popped after a couple of days of just selling off and a lot of choppiness. If you guys recall, AMC the past couple of days, well, it's gone from $27 to $77. That was on the 3rd of June. And ever since then, we've seen a lot of choppiness and consolidation between $40, $50, $60. And honestly, I mean, that is heavy choppiness considering we were trading in a $20 range. I mean, this thing was bouncing back and forth, 30% up and down, up and down. But today, we ended up going up 15%. We closed above the 180 and the 50 moving averages here on this hourly chart. And by the looks of it, guys, this is trying to break out of the wedge that we've gotten ourselves in over the past couple of trading days. And I believe this party's not over. There's a lot going on with AMC right now, and I truly think the party's not over. And I believe if we do break the wedge, technically speaking, this could definitely go back to 60. This could even go back to the high 60s. And call me crazy, but there is still a chance it tests those highs from a couple of days ago. Maybe at about 75, 77. Maybe it breaks that. Maybe it goes to all-time highs at about $80 per share. That is very possible still, in my opinion, which is why I'm still looking at this. I don't hold any AMC shares right now. Who knows? Maybe I will buy some just to support the movement. Why not? I mean, I might throw some fun money at it if we do break above 50, 55 into the 60 level, and we'll see. So overall, AMC did well today, and we're slowly creeping out of the wedge, and I want to trade this if we do successfully break out of the wedge. And I got a ticker here from a subscriber, and I've been seeing this one a lot recently. Ticker symbol SENS. So let's break down what is going on here. I believe this one does have a pretty high short interest, like a lot of these stocks. Well, at least the meme stocks these days. And I'm not exactly sure what the short interest is off the top of my head, but by the looks of it, it's got to be pretty high. It's got to be pretty high considering the fact that this went up excuse me, guys, from about $2 on the 3rd of June to almost $3 in a single day. So it went up about 30% that day. And I mean, overall, in the past couple of days, it went from $2 to over $4. So it's up over 100%. And oh, wow, check this out. It's actually up even more in the after hours session. It looks like it's squeezing up even more into the mid $4 level. So this is pretty crazy. And today it actually closed up 10% on the day, up almost 40 cents for a $4 stock. That is a lot. 40 cents in a day for a $4 stock. That is a lot. So at this point in time, yes, this trend is shifting. We're seeing a break above the moving averages. We're seeing a golden cross, 50 crossing above the 180 SMA, which is all awesome, right? But it is pretty overbought in my opinion. And sure, it could squeeze up even further like it did a couple of months ago. If you guys recall, back in January, this went from $1. It squeezed up to about $4. We sold off to about $2.50 again, and then we squeezed all the way to $6. So that could definitely happen again in my opinion. But notice back then when that did happen, that big move to $6, we saw many retracements within that rally. We actually pulled back about 30, 40%, 50% multiple times before we did get to $6. And I feel like that's going to happen again. Don't just think this is going to go straight up in a straight line to $6. I feel like that's a bit unrealistic. But if it does pull back, let's say it retraces 50%, maybe not even 50%, maybe 25, 30%. Let's say it gets close to that 50 moving average here. That could end up being a good dip buy. I mean, we've seen this happen just a couple of days ago. It got to about $3.50, pulled back to $3. That was about a 20% drop. And then it kissed that 50 SMA, and it ended up going right back up to where it is right now. So don't be surprised if we do get some profit taking on SENS at some point this week. Quite frankly, I expect it. I would not be surprised whatsoever. And if you're ready, if you have some cash ready to go and you're watching this thing like a hawk, you have alerts set and so forth, this should be one that you could probably catch. You could probably catch on the dip, whether it's down under $4, whether it dips to the mid threes, low threes even. That's going to be a potential entry. And the reason why I say potential is because I'm not telling anybody out there what to do. You must always do your own research. You must always understand what you're doing in the markets. But overall, those are my thoughts very briefly on SENS. Wait for that pullback, and if it doesn't pull back, it squeezes up all the way to $6. Hey, you missed the move. It's okay. There's going to be another day. We'll live to see another day, guys. So SENS, watch it very, very closely. I for sure am at this point. Peloton, although I wouldn't buy this as a long-term investment, it's looking pretty good for a trade right now. We're trading above the moving averages on the 4-hour chart, and it seems like, and by the way, I haven't really been tracking what's been going on with the Tread Plus, the whole treadmill recall situation, but it seems like ever since that ended up happening about a month ago, it hit $78. It's kind of been rebounding. It looks like Peloton shareholders, investors, traders, whatever, they're slowly forgetting about that, and the stock's gone back over $110 per share. In fact, it's up a whopping 27, almost actually over 30% in the past couple of weeks, which is nuts. And like I said, it's trading above the moving averages. We're now seeing a golden cross as well. So I'm actually going to set an alert at about 113. Actually, you might as well put it at $114 per share here on Peloton. And I'll explain in a second why I'm doing that. You can see here if I zoom in, Peloton struggled for the whole month of June so far and the end of May a little bit. We've struggled at $113. We've peaked at that point, but we've actually been holding higher lows into that resistance, and we actually went up almost 7% today, which is a pretty good sign. Was there a catalyst that came out today? Maybe there was. Peloton trades or Peloton shares are trading higher. Okay, yada, yada, yada. Not seeing company-specific news. Okay, maybe it's just moving up on, I don't know, some heavy volume or something. But, yeah, Peloton's moving. Looks like this is an ascending triangle, pretty textbook ascending triangle at that. And that's why I put an alert at 114, because if it breaks 114, the ascending triangle will probably pan out, and believe it or not, we could end up squeezing up to the mid 120s, which does give this thing about $10 per share upside from here, or about 7, 8, 9, 10% upside from here if you're looking at a percentage basis. So Peloton's looking pretty good. I like it, but again, I'm not going to buy long-term shares in this. This is simply one that I'd probably day trade or maybe even swing trade for a couple of days, and the ticker on that is PTOM. Docusign is another one, DOCU, which we called out many times in the past. We called it out before the earnings report, and this thing has just been on an absolute tear ever since they did report earnings. I mean, the stock went from 190 to 230, didn't really pull back at all, and now we're seeing a move straight past 250. Today we went up 10%, up over 4%, and this goes to show, just because the stock is overbought doesn't mean it has to pull back. Sometimes we see little tiny pullbacks and then it goes right back up and it plows through the highs, and that's what we're seeing here with Docusign. And a good sign that I'm seeing, take a look at this, guys. We broke 240, and notice how 240, that was the high from the middle of April, also from back in September, October, November, and December a little bit. We broke out of there and we actually pulled back, and we retested 240 as support. We held it as support, and we climbed up yesterday leading into today, which goes to show that the bulls want to continue bidding this thing up, pushing this thing up, and they're respecting 240 as support. And by the looks of it, 270 is the next target, 275. And I'd probably wait for a little pullback before we get to 275. I definitely think there will be a pullback, maybe down to about 240, 245. And from there, yeah, 270, 275, that could be the next spot we're going. So watch out for Docusign. And the last one for today is NIO, ticker symbol NIO. And this is one that I've been buying over the past couple of months, and I've been waiting super patiently for this moment. And the past couple of weeks, well, we have finally seen the move that we've been waiting for. We broke above the moving averages. We're seeing a golden cross, and NIO was able to break $42, almost break $46 today, and I believe if it does, which I suspect it will break $46, the next spot we're going to be heading to is low to mid 50s. In fact, I'm thinking right around $52, right around that high from back in the end of February towards the beginning of March. That's the next gap that I have here on my chart, which gives NEO about 8, 9, 10, 12% upside, anywhere in that range, depending on where you enter from where it is right now. And that is a very, very attractive window of profit right there. And I'm thinking NEO's going to do that. And the question is when? I mean, that's the million-dollar question. But I feel like it's sooner rather than later. Let's put it that way. And I didn't see anything in terms of news today for NEO. I completely missed this. What the heck? NEO shares are trading higher after the company announced it won a key European whole vehicle type approval license for the ESA, saying it will serve as an essential foundation for, what does it say here? For Europe expansion. Okay, there we go, guys. I can't believe I missed that. I'm an idiot. Anyway, yeah, NEO moving up like crazy. And yeah, guys, I'm very, very excited about this. And I think there's more upside. So overall, guys, that's it. We went over a bunch of stocks today. Let me recap what we talked about. Zoom, AMC, SCNS, Peloton, Docusign, and NEO. And now I'd love to know what you guys think. Let me know down below in the comments. If you all enjoyed the video, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you're notified every time that I do make a video. And if you guys want my real-time buys, my real-time sells, I also put a bunch of call outs every single day, and I make a morning update video on this platform. Check out my Patreon. It's linked right down below. It's a very easy to navigate platform, and I really like it. I didn't know much about Patreon about 3-4 months ago when I started it, but now that I've been using it, I really like it. It's easy to see all the posts, and I mean, I'm making a lot of content on there. I'm making a lot of content, and yeah, the existing Patreon members, they know that. So check that out, link down below, or you guys can go to StasserFest.com/Patreon. That's StasserFest.com/Patreon. Make sure to also get your 2 free stocks from Webull. Those are valued up to $1,600. And remember, all you have to do is deposit $100 using my link, and we each get 2 free stocks because it is an affiliate link. And if you all want more free money, check out the M1 link as well. You get $30 free from M1 Finance with a $100 deposit, and all of those are linked down below. I'll catch you all in the next video. Thanks for watching. As always, keep crushing the markets, guys. Stay safe out there. Peace out.